Alright, Chef Nooner back for round 2 or part 2 of our Quesabirria. Here we have just some chuck meat. Now traditionally for Quesabirria this would be goat. If you can't find goat, you can go with beef. If you can't find beef, or if you don't like beef, your chef might have you do chicken thighs. We're going to go ahead and season it with salt, a little bit of our oregano, and a little bit of cumin, and some black pepper. You notice I have the beef on a tray. That's going to help dry out the beef. It'll give us a better sear. So into the same pan that I toasted the chilies, I've just gone ahead and cranked up the heat a little bit on it. We're at 350, 400. I'm going to add a decent amount of oil. Okay? And one of the most important things when you're searing any sort of meat or any vegetables, or searing anything for that matter, is to have a properly preheated pan. And how do you know that your pan's preheated? You're going to use your eyes. Okay, we can come in and kind of see that the oil is shimmering but not smoking. If you start to see smoke, your oil has gotten too hot and you're going to burn your beef. So for me here, I can start to see that little bit of shimmering, and I'm going to take my beef and I'm going to place it around the pan, leaving a little bit of room in between each piece. And that way your beef or chicken, goat doesn't steam. So again, leaving a little bit of room in between each piece. Now we do have raw meat here, so we are concerned about cross-contamination. So I'm not touching this with my hands, I'm using the tongs. Stick to the paper towel a little bit, that's fine. And you notice once the meat went in, you're starting to see a little bit of smoke, and that's totally fine. It's more steam than smoke. If it was black, we'd be concerned and we'd turn the heat down. Also, when the meat went in, you start to hear that searing, and that's good. If you put your meat in and it doesn't make any noise and you don't see any sort of simmering, you need to crank your heat up. Okay? Our pan is a little unlevel, so all I'm doing is tilting it to get some of that oil back to these pieces that weren't searing. Second part when we sear anything is all pans are essentially non-stick. And what I mean by that is if you use the right amount of oil and a little bit of patience, your meat is going to get a nice brown crust on it, and it's naturally going to release from the pan. If I go in and it's stuck, I'm going to let it be. It's not done. Okay? So what I'm looking for is around the edges, I'm looking for some browning. And then when I go in, if it's sticking, I'm going to leave it alone. Okay? That one's sticking, so it's not ready. This one came right up. It's ready. If you want to come in, you can start to see some of this browning. This is called a Maillard reaction. This is where we get flavor in our meat. Right? We don't like steamed meat. We like some good flavor. This is not caramelizing. Caramelizing refers to sugars. This is protein. Protein has the Maillard reaction, browning of beef. Okay? What we're going to do here, we're going to go ahead and just sear it on all sides. Again, making sure I'm wiping up my station as I go, or cleaning as we go, right? You notice I've got everything ready, my pan with my sauce. And we're just going to continue to sear that, and we'll add it to our pan, which we will wrap with 2 layers of tin foil. And then we're going to pop that in the oven, 350. For beef, it's going to take 3 to 4 hours. You might have to do that over a couple days. Chicken, you can do in about 45 minutes to an hour.